Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel. We're going to give you the most up-to-date Chelsea news that we have at the point of recording this. You guys should see it by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK. And of course, with today being the penultimate day in the transfer window, things can still happen. We've got a match tonight away at Southampton. So if you haven't yet seen my match preview, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Make sure you're subscribed to GBFC so that you also don't miss the match review. Turn on the bell notifications as well. And today we're going to kind of cover all of the ongoing at this moment news stories so that you guys are as up to date as I am right now. I'm going to try and get this out as quickly as I can because as of right now, the opening story, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Chelsea and Barcelona are currently meeting right now to discuss the fee for Aubameyang. There are a couple of conflicting reports regarding this Aubameyang deal and what Barcelona are looking for. Some people have said it's around 30 million. Some people are saying that if including add-ons, it could get to between around 20 and 25 million euros, which is significantly less than 30 million euros. And if Chelsea managed to structure a deal, which means that instead of giving Aubameyang the same massive money that he was getting at Barcelona, which was just simply astronomical wages. If Chelsea are going to be giving Aubameyang performance-based salaries, where the add-ons and incentives for the player are more based around actually delivering on the field, then that is a deal that I think suits Chelsea a lot better. Aubameyang apparently wanted 3 years. Chelsea are willing to offer 1 year plus an additional 1. We'll see how this one goes. My thought is, we've known that personal terms, got the pen back in my hand today, been writing notes down all day, it's a busy time. We know that personal terms have never been an issue with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and I'll be honest, I do think before the game tonight against Southampton, I think we're going to know a little bit more about this one as to whether or not Chelsea and Barcelona have managed to progress in that meeting that we would all love to be a fly in the wall of right this very second. Let me know by hitting the like button on this video. Do you think Aubameyang is going to become a Chelsea player? If you do, then you're going to hit the like button, aren't you? If you don't, then well, don't hit it. But that's entirely up to you. Let me know your thoughts on Aubameyang in the comments down below. I think it's important that we do sign either Aubameyang or Wilfried Zaha. Apparently, Jorge Mendes is still trying to find a solution for Cristiano Ronaldo. I did a video yesterday titled 5 potential transfers that Chelsea could still do before deadline day, but it's not 5 signings, it's more about these 5 players could potentially go in a 48-hour window. And since I posted that video, we've now lost even more time. So if we're doing talks with Aubameyang, we can also negotiate for Marcos Alonso. I don't know about you lot, but I feel as though this Alonso to Barcelona deal has gone on for as long as the Fofana deal, if not longer. Alonso's agreed personal terms with Barcelona. This has never been an issue. Chelsea are more than willing to let Alonso go. We're trying to lower the wages. We're trying to bring some money in for players, considering we have offloaded. We've spent a hell of a lot of money. We offloaded from the bank into other clubs' banks because we've needed to sign players this summer. So Alonso to Barcelona, that is also part of this Barcelona-Chelsea meeting. Chelsea are obviously focusing now on departing players as well as players coming in. The second piece of news that I want to discuss is Viva Ross Barkley. Now, yesterday, Chelsea and Ross Barkley mutually agreed to end Ross Barkley's Chelsea contract. I didn't realise this, but Ross made 100 appearances in a Chelsea shirt, which, considering I can only ever remember a couple of games, like the Liverpool FA Cup game where he was sensational. I remember being in a corporate seat at Stamford Bridge for the Valencia Champions League game where I went absolutely berserk and got in trouble with the security when he blazed a shot over the crossbar from a penalty against Valencia. I think we got beaten that day at Stamford Bridge 1-0. And there was a geezer who I met outside the game. If you remember this match vlog, then well done to you. You're an old long-term fan of the GBFC channel. But the guy told me that the game was going to be 0-0 at half-time. We'll get to the second half and Valencia will nick one in the second half and win 1-0. Fabulous prediction. One of the best pre-match predictions I've seen in a match vlog before. Ross Barkley is gone. He's a free agent. I think he'll get another Premier League move. I think one of the bottom half clubs will take him. He's only 28 years old, and I wish him all the best. We move into Willian, the Brazilian. You remember Willian? He split the fan base. I loved Willian. I thought he was brilliant. I loved the song as well. He's on the way to bloody Fulham. This guy's been pottering around London all his bloody life. He went from Chelsea to Arsenal. Almost went to Tottenham all those years ago as well, but he saw the light and he never managed that one. But he's going to Fulham, moving into Callum Hudson-Odoi. I want to speak about Callum Hudson-Odoi a little bit here because the move to Bayer Leverkusen is confirmed. We can see him here in a Bayer Leverkusen shirt. It will be a season-long loan and Chelsea have the option to recall him in January. The reason why I think this is a really, really good move for Callum Hudson-Odoi and also for Chelsea. The reason it's a good deal for Chelsea, first of all, is that there is no buy option. And with that recall option as well, depending on whether or not we manage to solve some of the creative output issues that we have at the club right now. And it's not just about how many chances we create, we're also not scoring enough goals. Callum Hudson-Odoi, the issue with him has been, in defence of the player, he's not really been able to string enough games together in one go, yes. But at the same time, at a club like Chelsea Football Club, unless you are delivering every single week, there's always going to be, no matter what the manager is or who the manager is or what system we're playing, you're never going to consistently be able to be picked. And Callum Hudson-Odoi has not been able to ever show the kind of consistency that is required at a club like Chelsea Football Club. Now, the move to Bayer Leverkusen is a good one because they've got Champions League football. I think they've not actually got the worst group ever. They're in the group with Club Brugge, and I can't remember the other two teams that are in there. But Leverkusen might fancy their chances to potentially get out of their group. So if they can go far in the Champions League, that's exactly what Chelsea would want for Callum. And it's also, when you're a player who has always been under the spotlight or even the scrutiny within the word potential. You guys know that when a player goes above 25, I stop using the word potential to describe how good someone is or how good they can be. With Callum, I think because he broke in so early at Chelsea and we saw flashes of the brilliance, we all know about the narratives of the Cobham boys and how Chelsea have got arguably the best academy in world football based on the players that have come through and developed in recent years. The pressure that's been put on Callum, I think has got to him. And I think maybe this loan move to Bayer Leverkusen might have come a year late because we know that Bayern Munich wanted to buy him, Borussia Dortmund were interested, Dortmund wanted to loan him last season and Thomas Tuchel stood in the way of it, Callum didn't go. And last year, we saw a repeat of the same patterns that we've understood from Callum Hudson-Odoi over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, which is inconsistency and not being able to deliver what the potential suggested that he could. So this move, Bayer Leverkusen, they've not started the season very well in Germany, but they've got a good squad. They've got a very exciting attacking line as well. So I do think this is the perfect move for both the player and also Chelsea Football Club. Best of luck to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Hopefully, as a result of the Callum Hudson-Odoi deal, I decided to cut the video off and start again because this is what happens on bloody deadline day, ladies and gentlemen. Simon Phillips has just tweeted, Chelsea are working on trying to bring either Wilfried Zaha or Neymar to Stamford Bridge before the deadline as they look to add goals to their attack. I was about to say that it's also being obviously reported that Chelsea are still interested in Anthony Gordon before the deadline. But Neymar, this conversation, we heard it earlier in the summer. Neymar's made a very good start to the season for PSG. We know that Tuchel's worked with Neymar before. And I think now that we're seeing Hakim Ziyech most likely complete that move to Ajax. Callum Hudson-Odoi is on loan at Bayer Leverkusen. Going for Neymar now is not only the marquee signing that Todd Bowley... Oh, that's me having a little click on my own bloody video. We're editing this video as we bring the breaking news that Chelsea are potentially looking for Neymar. This would be perfect. It is a marquee signing. There's guaranteed goals in there. It's a brilliant financial signing for Chelsea in the sense of, yes, the wages would be astronomical. Yes, it's probably not going to be cheap, but Neymar brings big eyes to Chelsea Football Club from Brazil. He is a superstar. He's a global, elite level, recognised personality that brings Chelsea significant interest from all over the world. And I think the way that he started this season as well is also very important. My phone is just absolutely blowing up right now. So I think this could well be the style of videos that we do between now and the end of the window. Neymar to Chelsea. If Chelsea are working on this excites me tenfold above the interest in Anthony Gordon. I think Gordon's going to be a top player, but 60 million from Everton, come on now, we've got to be realistic about this one, haven't we? 60 million, he's not worth 60 million right now. We're talking about potential, but then we've been talking about potential forever with Callum Hudson-Odoi, and we've just let him go on loan to Bayer Leverkusen. So, Neymar, Todd, Thomas, get this one done. If Aubameyang comes through the door, Neymar, we've also got to remember that this Chelsea and Barcelona meeting will also probably be holding discussions with Frenkie De Jong as well. So all of a sudden, we've been talking about player departures in this video. We're talking about bloody Willian going to our neighbours, Fulham. But is there a way that Chelsea can get Aubameyang, De Jong, and now maybe Neymar? Done. It's being reported. It's being spoken about. Chelsea and Barcelona meeting right now. I'm nervous. I'm excited. But we've got a game to win tonight. If you're not yet subscribed to GBFC, please do so right now. Come on, you Blues.